When was the last time you had sushi? Have you played Pokemon Go? Do you watch anime? Do you remember your first encounter with Japanese culture? Japan and Asia occupy a growing part of our lives, whether we realize it or not. As we enter what many call the Asian century, Turning Japanese investigates the globalization of Japanese language and concepts. Let's take a look. One of the first Japanese words to appear in English was shogun in 1615. That was around the time of the pioneering interactions between Japanese and Westerners. Looking at Japanese loanwords in the Oxford English Dictionary, we can trace the story of Japan's globalization, right up to karaoke, or as Americans call it, karaoke. The words size and position tell us their frequency in English. Color tells us their category. Japanese loanwords in the OED show what Westerners like about Japan. Food, martial arts, and arts and crafts are the top three. Japan was isolated for centuries and never colonized, but Japanese words provide the second largest number of Asian words to the dictionary. Looking at when Japanese loanwords were added to the OED, we see waves of Japanophilia reflected. Floods of words came after Westerners first visited, and after Japanese wowed crowds who saw its arts at the Philly and Paris expos of the late 1800s. Turning to the New York Times, we get a sense of how Japanese concepts are used at present. Columnist Maureen Dowd used the word geisha in a story about Jackie Kennedy. With Google search data, we can look at the globalization of Japanese words and ideas in near real time. Let's see how the Japanese fad for dress-up called cosplay spread across the world. Southeast Asia and Mexico were early adopters. By 2013, cosplay is huge in Australia, Europe, and the Americas. Now let's see how traditional kanji characters hold up against cute upstart emojis. In 2006, kanjis ruled the world. But in 2012, we see blues as emojis begin to catch on in China and Saudi Arabia. By 2016, emoji searches dominate the planet. Only in Japan do kanjis still lead. With Google's data, we can plug in any Japanese word and animate it to see how Japanese culture sparks our interest. Japan led the way, but as Asian economies grow and Asian immigrants arrive in the US, Asian cultures form a growing part of the Western conversation. Turning Japanese provides a tool for understanding our changing world.